Hi, I'm Satyanaryana VVG. I have around 10 years of experience in telecom domain and 6 years in embedded domain. In telecom domain, I've worked on GPRS, VoIP, WLAN, SS7, and Bluetooth technologies. In embedded domain, I've worked on IoT and WLAN. I've used some of the languages and operating systems on C and C++. I have around 10 years of experience on Linux as well as 10 years. In embedded C and C++, I've worked on VxWorks and FreeRTOS platforms, operating systems for about 6 years. Coming to the details of the projects which I have worked on, I've worked on IoT. I'll go through the in a chronological order. I've worked on IoT smart camera where I've used the object detection algorithm as part of computer vision framework, OpenCV framework, and as part of machine learning, I've used the mobile net algorithm, right, for training the data set. And I've worked on Qualcomm products wherein I've been responsible for taking care of the stability issues, right, in WLAN and Bluetooth in Android P and Android Q platforms. There, I have got exposure on working on Qualcomm tools like CrashScope and other debugging tools like Trace32. In NB-IoT, I've worked on MQTT, wherein I've got exposure of working on MQTT client and MQTT broker, and also interfacing with different cloud interfaces. So I have also worked on smart parking application where the complete product, right, NB-IoT product can be used as part of smart parking application. I've worked on WLAN driver and the WLAN firmware on different platforms Qualcomm specific platforms like Pronto, Rome, and Helium. On the SIP side, I've worked on the both server and a client. I've implemented some of the features right for 802.1x and SNMP as part of SIMP interface. Through these all projects, right, I've worked on TCP IP stack and TCP UDP programming. And also, I worked on the C++ RPC interface where I've given some of the wrapper code, right, for some of the projects. And on the GPRS, I've worked on BSS emulator for one of the product wherein I've been involved in the gateway product where I've got exposure on different aspects of the gateway. It's an offload gateway where you basically where you offload the so cause cellular interface traffic, right, to a Wi-Fi network and vice versa. So this product is deployed in multiple customers where I've got exposure and bug fixing some of the field issues. And coming to the platforms, hardware platforms, right? I've got exposure in working on different Qualcomm chipsets like MSM series and SDM series. And coming to the tools, right, I've got exposure in working on CVS. Bugzilla is a bug trapping tool, and Perforce is a Qualcomm specific code management system. Jira basically, right, you can load all the issues, right, where you can track the what are the bugs. And Jet I worked where it is basically a version management system. In most of the projects currently, right, I'm using Git. So earlier we used CVS, and in Linux, right, I worked most of the GNU tools like GDB. So in case of Trace32, I've got exposure on debugging a call stack with respect to RAM dump, right? Normally we load the RAM dump and debug the call stack. So that's my overall exposure, right, in terms of tools and technologies. Coming to people management, I've got exposure in leading multiple projects simultaneously and multiple multi-location teams, and also I've got exposure in leading a team of max 15. Yeah, thank you very much.